We're back. Today's episode, in light of her looking for a vehicle, we decided, hey, let's spend the Saturday and go test drive a bunch of cars. So I think we're gonna have a bunch of fun content to share with you. We'll see what we get on video, but want to tell them what you're gonna test drive? She's actually a little nervous.
Surprise. I'm nervous because it's the first time I've driven a car that is this expensive, and I know I'm gonna love it, and that's kind of scary.
It's not that expensive. 50 grand.
What?
Give or take.
Please. Please.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If I had to choose, I would choose the Trofeo any day. Fine. Go.
This thing smells like a lot of money.
It's beautiful.
She can't afford any of these cars.
What? You don't know. You don't know what little tricks I might have.
Is this what you're gonna test drive? Is that what you're gonna test drive? Maybe that? Or that?
The reason I wanted to bring both cars side by side, Urus is going to be 4 inches longer. Performance-wise, again, 3.8 liter V8, which is a Ferrari engine that gives you 580 horses, right? It's a 4 liter V8 with 650 horsepower. But performance-wise, I mean, if you set it free, remember I said this will go 187 miles an hour, that one will go 189. I mean, there's only 2 miles difference between the two, but as far as price point goes, you're looking at 100,000 difference.
That's wild.
They're both true Italian. It's just, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to which one you feel more comfortable with, the way that you drive. I'm going to drive us out so I can show you how to drive it.
Yes.
I'll get in the back.
Wow.
I'll leave it open so it doesn't get hot.
Oh, leave this interior.
This smells like money.
Look at the seats. They're all embroidered, like they're all beautiful.
Okay, so this is a 20 model here. It's not a 21, but there's really not much change between them. I mean, it's typical Lambo.
This thing smells like a lot of money.
It's beautiful.
It doesn't just look like money, it smells like it.
Well, I
This
mean,
is like an entirely different smell of leather.
well, then we're gonna go into the Maserati later as well, because the Piano Fiore leather has a very unique smell to it as well.
Really?
Yeah, it's I mean, it's Italians, you know, they're known with their, of course, the quality in fabrics and leathers. So can't go wrong with either.
Wow.
Okay, so remember I was telling you when you sit in it's gonna feel more like a spaceship.
Yeah, I'm already sweating. Like my hands are like, what?
We haven't
This
done
is
anything.
beautiful.
That is for safety purposes, it just kind of comes down. See, if you notice, there's no shifter.
Yeah.
The way you put it into a gear, you have to push when you pull it, see, it goes into the first gear.
So as he's going over the directions on how to put the car in gear and reverse and all the dashboard and all the different buttons, I'm looking around this Lambo and I'm thinking, oh my God, this leather just feels like money. The ceiling feels like money. The trim feels like money. Nothing is cheap in here. Everything feels like $1 million. The way that you would expect a Lamborghini to feel. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm sold. I don't even want to get in the Maserati. In fact, it's going to take quite a lot to convince me that the Maserati's any better than this, because this car makes you feel like you are high society, high class, just big ballin' in life.
60.
Look at the 360.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then again to the gear.
And the day has arrived. Today I drive the Lamborghini Urus for the very first time. This vehicle is absolutely gorgeous.
This girl's gonna drive a Lambo for the first time. I bet you anything she has clammy hands.
Like I need to go all the way to the front.
Keep going, Grandma.
There.
Keep going.
I think. That's good.
That's good.
How you feeling?
I'm excited.
You nervous?
A little, but now I'm more excited than anything.
Clammy hands?
Okay.
They were, no, not so much.
There you
Okay, and then I take it off park.
go. You push it down for park. Yeah, that's how it goes.
And then if I want to switch it to Corsa, just
Cool.
bring it down.
Oh, cool. And then there you go.
And then
Oh, you're gonna start in Corsa.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh no,
She
I
likes the loud exhaust.
do. I think
okay.
that's part of really what I love of this car.
Now this car drives itself, so all you have to do is just hit the gas.
It doesn't drive you.
It was such a stressing feeling to know that I was about to drive this very high-end vehicle, quite expensive on the road. But as I sat on that driver's seat, I felt like I was at the top of the world. This vehicle definitely makes you have that persona. It makes you feel absolutely unstoppable. Not to mention the sound of that engine, its power, it's just magical.
You're gonna go straight.
How do the Italians call it?
I don't know.
Do they say Urus or Urus?
I haven't been to Italy, so probably Urus. They may even have a better accent to it. I mean, mine is probably going to get as close to it as possible. Urus. See how it's holding into the gear?
See how? Oh, it
Then
has
you
brake
see,
brakes.
oh, you dropped it. Oh, you're letting them go.
Yeah, I wanted to test out the brakes.
Well, you know, the carbon ceramic on the Urus is standard. Right? See, that's the one of the big difference. The brakes is going to be carbon ceramic, which is going to be steel on the Levante Trofeo. So when we come to the light, we're going to make a right.
The exhaust gurgles
Yeah,
like the
I
vet.
hear it. Did you?
It's a Lamborghini. It's a 4-liter V8. It's Italian. It's going to be loud. It is going to growl.
You like that?
Okay.
In the interior, I noticed all these beautiful details. The stitching, the Lamborghini logo, these beautiful seats, these leather seats. Leather like I've never seen, felt, or smelled before. It's absolutely exotic, and I just can't wait to get it on the road.
Set it free.
How'd that feel?
Like you could easily go super fast. Can you imagine driving this car in Death Valley?
Yeah, that would be fun.
What's the top speed you saw on the Corvette, Kevin?
I'm not a speed freak, so I don't push my car to the limits, but I think we got in the 120s, nothing too high. Get some. There it is.
Oh my goodness.
So of course I needed a few minutes to settle in. Once I felt comfortable and I stopped questioning my own driving abilities, then I was really able to see what this vehicle had to offer. I started chatting and loosening it up a little bit, and once I did that, I just noticed that I just wanted to go a little bit faster, a little bit faster. And once I got that green light, I just went for it. And I was so glad that I did, because that's really what I wanted to feel. I wanted to feel that power and hear that engine and just feel like, although it's an SUV, this is a very powerful vehicle. And once I did that, I just realized that I absolutely loved it.
Too. So nice.
I just can't wait for you to drive the Maserati.
So it sounds like you think the Maseratis
No, well, I mean,
a little better.
it's a different feel. I mean, it really, at the end of the day, comes down to what you like and what you enjoy the most. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the Urus as well. But yes, at the end of the day, if I had to choose, I would choose the Trofeo any day. I'll get the Trofeo, and then I'll get a Ghibli Trofeo for the price that I'm going to spend on the Urus.
Yeah.
I'll get two cars.
This is true.
Yeah, so I'll make a right at this light, please.
So you'd prefer the Trofeo because of price, or just
Not
because
necessarily. I mean, you get a great value. That's one thing. But at the end of the day, because when you look, the reason we are looking at a Lambo. Oh no, let's go straight because the bus went there. We'll go straight.
Okay.
So basically, I mean, when you look at a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Maserati, or Pagani, why are you? Because it's an Italian car, right? You want that, and then the street coming up here, we're gonna make a right place. And really, when you look at the build quality of the cars, I mean, can you really tell that much of a difference? I mean, when you sit in a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Maserati, I mean, think about it. I mean, we're gonna sit in the Maserati, and Maserati actually, compared to the Lamborghini, has been around 50 plus more years. So as far as the heritage goes and the technology goes, I mean, there's really not much of a difference. And granted, we can go straight. And I know you're recording this, but I'm just gonna say it.
Go for it.
Well, at the end of the day, Lamborghini, I mean, yes, it's an Italian car, but it gave its soul to the Germans. That's what I say. Okay, you can pull under the covered area. I'll park it in, and we can just kind of park under the covered area straight, and I'll back it in, and then we'll jump over to the Maserati.
Now we'll see what this Trofeo is
the
about.
Maserati.
So he's giving this car a whole lot of praise, saying that for you, the money, $100,000 less than the Lambo, it gives you just about the same in performance and luxury. So let's see what this is all about, because he's, like I said, giving this car a lot of credit.
like this leather. Fiona leather. I mean, this one you can't go wrong with the quality, the feel. I mean, it's soft and supportive at the same time. But if you're here, it's always manual. So you have to do the shifting either from there or from here. So you can use this to get that shifted feel. You ever drive a manual?
We've
Used to?
he's trying to teach me. Let's keep it on auto.
Yeah, there's a
keep
full
it on.
episode about how she blew up my car.
Right. No, oh no. Don't light the clutch!
You should watch it.
Oh, okay. So and
He's
then,
like, as we're about to drive.
okay, that's good.
It's
Alright.
keeping him nervous.
Okay, so you're the Maserati guy. What can you tell us about this car? Or you have a world of knowledge on this vehicle.
Well, yeah. I mean, it took 104 years to Maserati come up with an SUV. And actually, their journey on building an SUV started back in the Iacocca days. You two probably weren't around then, I'm gonna guess. when Fiat, bought Chrysler. Days, because they're still, have ownership. The whole idea was because Italians didn't know anything about building a minivan or an SUV, so they basically used the Jeep, technology, kind of figure out how are we going to build an SUV, and that's where they came up with the Levante. It was 2017 when it first came out, and actually Levante. What does Levante mean? Do you know?
Levante, isn't it like height? Or like stand? What is it?
Okay, so that was a trick question. So because Maserati
I'm
tends,
trying to connect it to Spanish.
well,
That's why I'm like, I don't know.
Spanish, Italian. So Maserati tends to name their cars after famous winds.
Famous winds?
Winds, yes.
Oh.
So Levante is actually a wind that you'll find in the Mediterranean Sea, and the characteristic of it is it'll go from a standstill to a gale force, just like that. So that's where the Levante name comes from.
There you go.
And I think, the Maserati, I mean, you're gonna see, it's a lot easier and a comfortable car to drive.
Oh, it does pick up fast. You're like, see what I tell you?
Well, just wait till you see. You drive it yourself.
What do you think you're gonna like better?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I mean, so far, I love
I
the
am
interior of the. I mean, this is a beautiful interior too, but I love the Urus's interior best so far.
Okay, so my first impressions of the Maserati, it's also very elegant. They paid a lot of attention to detail. They almost hid the door handle in the door panel, as you can see. You almost don't even know it's there. The leather is incredibly soft. It's actually softer than the Lamborghini leather. It doesn't have the same scent, and that's really a matter of personal taste, whether you like the scent of the Lamborghini leather versus this leather, but it's just a different scent inside. Both cars are just amazing, very elegant cars. The Lamborghini, however, did feel like it was a little more spacious on the inside, and I did really like that a lot. Overall, though, I have to admit, I felt like a baller. I felt like a very rich individual. I felt absolutely high society when I was in the Lamborghini. I didn't quite have that feeling in the Maserati. But again, Maserati is a very nice car, so not to take away from that. But when you're comparing two very high-end vehicles, in my opinion, Lamborghini still has my heart.
Drinks cool.
What? That's pretty
Or
neat.
winter time, if the heater's on, it will keep your coffee warm. Have you ever been to Italy?
No.
No. Okay. So if you ever do go to the town center, you'll see the statue of Neptune.
Okay.
What does Neptune hold?
Like a Triton.
There you go.
So that's what.
Or I call it for the new generation. Sometimes I say it's the Aquaman.
There you go.
See? How does that feel?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And actually, the trident, the symbol,
Yeah.
the three-pointed, stands for strength, health, and royalty.
Ah, I like that.
And you'll see that, you know, when we get out, I'll show. I mean, the hood, you'll see the design of the trident, how it flows in every wheel that Maserati designs. You'll see the shape of the trident. The dash opens up in the shape of the trident. I mean, you see that power of 3 pretty much everywhere, all around the car. How are we feeling?
It's very powerful.
You can stay on the right lane. So no, just stay. Go all the way next to the truck, please. So when it turns green, you can just take it all the way up.
I'll keep going?
Yeah, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Wait. When it turns green, just hit it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm scared.
Go.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You don't have to
Okay, you wanted
encourage
the
me.
empty road. There's an empty road for you. Here we go.
This is crazy. This car is scary.
Okay. That's right.
Oh man.
Are we good?
Yes, we're
All
good.
right, so we'll make it right.
She's
at the
breaking a sweat now.
I straight up, my heart's pounding.
That was fun.
That was pretty cool.
I was also able to test drive the Maserati Trofeo SUV, which is a great looking vehicle. However, I kept comparing the Lamborghini Urus to the Maserati Trofeo, and it's just uncomparable. You have the Urus, which is absolutely exotic, powerful head turner, versus the Trofeo, which, yeah, it is definitely $100,000 less, approximately, but you don't get that luxury. You don't get the same type of luxury, I should say. It feels more of a day-to-day vehicle, not so much of this, very unique, luxurious experience when you're driving it. Although the Maserati has a great logo, the Triton, it's beautiful. However, I must say, if I had to choose one, I would most definitely choose the Lamborghini Urus. It just stole my heart. It stole the show. It is powerful and everything that I could ask for.
What do you think? What are you thinking? This car versus that car. I'll give you my opinion and then you give me yours. I felt like the Lambo, it was really responsive when you hit the gas. The gears just changed really, really fast. I loved it. The exhaust sounded incredible. The interior in the Lambo, that really felt like stepping into Rome.
Or Italy.
Italy. It felt like I was in a very high-end car. It really felt luxurious.
Yep.
This interior, not so much.
No.
I don't think it even smelled the same. Like the
No.
attention to detail in the Lambo was,
It's straight luxury.
yeah, and it was a lot more spacious.
Yeah, I mean, I loved just being in there. It just felt like a unique experience.
Yeah.
Special, just, I would say that one.
Which one do you like driving
The
though?
Lambo.
The Lambo.
Yeah.
There it is. She likes the Lambo better.
Goodness.
Yes.
Oh wow,
Goodness.
you actually have one.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's
And
a
it's a
lot of
hard book.
information.
Well, no, that's just getting you in the mood for it. Because normally we will give that to, the owners, but I said, okay, why not?
That's
Because,
so...
Want to take a moment to thank Ismael with San Francisco Exotic Cars. Thank you so much for taking us out and showing us these beautiful vehicles and for all the storytelling that you gave. We had so much fun and we appreciate you so much. Anybody looking for an exotic vehicle, please, please, please give Ismael a call at San Francisco Exotic Cars. My vote is for that one. I like that one better. The interior is... It's roomier too. There's a lot more room in there.
back, you probably felt it.
Yes, yeah, I felt it.
It is rookie.
So we agree?
We are brand whores.
So fitty
Actually,
fitty?
these are both big brands.
Yeah, this one's incredible. The interior. That one scared me a little.
Well, it's because I think that scared you.
The
I think
moment
that
was
scared you
scary.
because by the time you drove that, you were a little more calm.
I was.
Yeah.
This
And you
one
had
was
the
like-
confidence to actually give it some gas. If you were to give this the kind of gas you gave the Trofeo, you would have
Felt
scared yourself
probably
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And it ain't over yet. For those of you who actually stuck around this long, here's some extra footage of a beautiful
Look at this
Pagani we ran into.
You don't see this every day.
No, you don't.
This was about 14? What model do you know?
Yeah, they're 2014.
Do you know much about this one?
Not too much. They're so rare. You need an expert to know about these cars.
Do you know like how much power it has? Like
This
basics?
one has about close to 700 horsepower. You got the V12 engine in it.
Wow.
It's in the back. Everything is carbon fiber.
The whole body's carbon fiber, huh?
This only has 7?
7 something. Oh, look at him, that's it.
Hey, I drove a Bugatti Super Sport, so that's not bad. It's the same price point as
The whole body is carbon.
yeah, that's inside too, like from behind the seats and everything. And of course,
Content's hot. You got to give me all you got. Caution. Content's hot. You got to give me all you got. All you got. All you got. All you
Wow. This thing is just... It looks like it's out of this world.
like it should just be in a museum.
It is in a museum.
And not
Yeah, GM drove it.
Caution. Content's hot.